Hot, humid, radiant sunshine, these are the kinds of words that you would want to use to describe the kind of weather that we have seen in Bengaluru during the summer. Despite such extreme conditions, fans have made a beeline entry time and again to the Chinnaswamy Stadium to watch Royal Challengers Bengaluru play 5 games in the 2026 IPL. It basically illustrates a point about the passion, the kind of passion that fans have to watch cricket at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. But leaving aside that point, let's look at those 5 games where Royal Challengers Bengaluru have won 4 of them, and in total they have won 5 out of 7 so far in this IPL. Yes, it has been a great start for Royal Challengers Bengaluru. In that, one of the main talking points has been the way they have bowled in that end overs. Yes, in the past they were ridiculed for their lack of execution in the death overs, but this season it has changed. If you look at their slog overs execution, someone like Bhuvneshwar Kumar has an economy rate of around 8, which is excellent. Rashid Salam also has an economy rate of around 8, which is again excellent. Someone like Hazelwood has an economy rate of around 9.25, which is very much acceptable. So that basically tells something about the kind of execution from RCB space bowlers in slog overs. Then you look at the kind of Yorkers they have nailed, picture perfect or near perfect Yorkers. The way the likes of Bhuvneshwar and Hazelwood have washed the feet of the batter continuously, just basically switch their lines, once again illustrates the point about the kind of execution that we have seen from Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Leaving aside that point, we have to obviously talk about their batting lineup, their powerful batting lineup. It goes right down to Tim David, goes right down to Jitesh Sharma, Krunal Pandya. Obviously, on his day, someone like Romare Shepherd is still very much dangerous. And then you look at the top order, Virat Kohli is still in sublime form against pace bowling. Someone like Tim David can come in down the order and play those big shots. He's definitely improved his game against spin bowling. And how can I leave alone someone like Rajat Patidar? People, unfortunately, or I think unfairly, kept telling that he's just a spin basher. I have seen him over the last decade. I think he's equally good against pace bowling, and he has shown that this season. He has a strike rate over or around 200 against pace bowling as well as against spin bowling. So that basically encapsulates the point about how Patidar sticks to his gambling instincts and is really led from the front with a bat in hand as well as a leader. And then obviously we have to talk about Bill Salt. He was not in good form in the T20 World Cup, but he has returned to form. Actually, almost every single practice session, he was out there at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, practicing very hard, practicing all those on the right shots, which didn't really work for him in the T20 World Cup. Once again, it exemplifies his work ethic. Obviously, few words have to be said about Virat Kohli as well. I think he's still a very, very good player of pace bowling. He's also improved his game against spin bowling. He still has that hunger to score those runs. And then let's also talk about their catching. I think RCB have been very good when it comes to their fielding as well. Who can forget the kind of catches that Bill Salt has taken? The main factor to look at has been their collective efforts. If you look at the player of the, they have won obviously 5 matches. In that we have seen 5 different man of the match awards. That basically narrates a story about the kind of collective effort that we have seen from RCB. So even if you look at someone like Krunal Pandya, has been very much one of their good utility players, be the ball in hand or even with the bat in hand. Like we saw against Gujarat Titans, he basically throws the kitchen sink at the opponent with the ball in hand, tries everything from round arm action, from bowling short deliveries, from maybe variations in pace. He basically tries everything. And then obviously again have to talk about someone like Rashid Salam. I think he's been a very good addition to the RCB side. He lands those Yorkers and also bowls those off-cutters quite well. So that is a little bit about RCB's collective efforts. But there is also a little bit of news coming in, that is about Bill Salt. Yes, he was ruled out of the last game that RCB played against Gujarat Titans, where Jacob Bethel replaced him. But whatever little I know, whatever little information I've gathered, doesn't seem to be a major injury. So expect him to come back soon. That's what I'm gathering, the kind of information I'm gathering. Obviously, it's still very much initial stages. Let us see in a couple of days' time how this news develops. For now, for the time being, it doesn't seem to be a major injury. So that's in brief about Phil Salt and his injury as well. And hopefully, from RCB's point of view, Phil Salt will be fit and everyone else will be fit as well, and they will continue to perform as a collective in the matches to come away from home and hopefully qualify for the playoffs. And who knows, RCB to play in the final at their home ground at the Chinnaswamy, because that final is expected to be played at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. So thank you for taking your time out. Hopefully you like this video. If you have liked this video, please keep subscribing to our Revsportz YouTube channel, as we don't just cover cricket, we cover other sports as well. Thank you again.